you'll hear much more as we're moving forward. If you want to take one aspect of something that's bothering you, we'll show you how to begin making statements that cause you to lean in the direction of what you're wanting. And the reason that we are talking about leaning or forking in that direction is because here you are at a starting point, everyone, and we appreciated your words, I'm starting over, because we want to soften your angst about that by saying everyone in this room is doing the same thing, because everyone is where they are in relationship to something. And it's starting right now, because right now, in other words, every subject's like two subjects. On one end of it is what you want, and on the other end it's the absence of it. So imagine this stick with what's wanted on one end and the absence of it on the other end, out there in your future experience, fully manifested. And over in this corner of your world is the full manifestation of what you really, really want, and over in that corner of your world is a full manifestation of what you really, really don't want. And in every moment, you're taking a step, in every moment, everyone is, toward one corner of your world or the other. And if it feels slightly better to you, you're moving that way. If it feels slightly worse to you, you're moving that way. And no one ever takes a giant step all the way there. It's always a series of thousands, hundreds of thousands of steps and thoughts and feelings and responses, you see. And so when you say, I'm starting over along with everybody else, and Esther said, as she sat to write from her place of anger, she didn't want to be angry. She felt foolish about being angry. She felt embarrassed about being angry. She felt mad at herself about being mad at Jerry. In other words, she didn't like any of those feelings that were within her. But what we want to say to her, so here you are. What are you going to do about it? You're going to keep forking that way, or are you going to make an effort to fork that way, you see? So pick some subject and let's throw it off in the corner of your world, and let's make an effort to fork toward it, and we'll show you how to do it.
My work. I want to head in the direction of what I really, really want to do, and I don't really know what that is yet.
So here you are, starting over, like everyone is. I want to find fabulous work, but I don't know what it is. Good indicator. I want to find fabulous work, but I really don't know what I want to do. I haven't known what I want to do for a long time. I really don't know what I want to do. In other words, you can really get going that way. Mm-hmm. But let's say you do that. Let's say that you say, I want to find good work, but I don't know what that means, and I've never found anything that I was very satisfied with, and I see other people that find their purpose in life, and I don't find mine. And let's say you fork over, but still, you have the opportunity to fork this way and this way and this way. In other words, it's a very flexible, very yielding forking path that you've got going on here. In other words, it's like wiping the slate clean over and over and over again. And it's like programming a new map into Magellan every morning. Well, here's where I am now in relationship to where I want to be. Well, here's where I am now. It just doesn't matter where you are. So the effort is to try to make statements that feel a little better than the last statement that you made. So when you say, I have no idea what to do, now try to give us a statement that doesn't feel that bad, because the relief factor is the releasing of resistance. When you feel a little relief, you're moving toward what you want. When you feel more resistance, you're moving away from what you want. So I don't know what to do. Now try to make a statement that feels better than that.
I'm willing to try new things.
Pretty good. What else?
I'm open to new ideas.
Pretty good. But we can feel within that, we don't feel much relief factor in it, because what we're feeling is, I'm willing to try new things if I just knew what they were. I'm willing to open to new ideas. If somebody show me one. So we didn't really feel any relief factor yet. So you'll know it when you hit on it, though. So just keep the point is to just keep speaking until you hit on it. And when you hit on it, you'll feel the relief. And if we do it for you, it will not be as beneficial than if you do it for you. there's no precipice that you're going to fall off. In other words, you can't get it wrong. So it really is helpful to just ramble, to just make an effort. So what if you're forking that way? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could fork 400 miles that way and then 400 miles that way. It doesn't matter. But you have to, you must start, if there is any hope of improving the forking. So
I think that I am, what I want to say is that I'm willing to give this new job that I'm starting on Monday 100% as long as it feels good. And when it stops feeling good, I'm willing to make another choice. And I don't know that I feel relief from that, but that feels good to say that. Like I have the option to not go that direction if it stops feeling good.
all right, now, so here's what we heard. I've got a new job, and it's probably going to not please me either, but I'm willing to go and check it out. And if it doesn't feel good to me, I have other options. And the fact that this job came along means that I can attract jobs. And maybe in this job I will find something that will stimulate me. Maybe I'll be inspired to something there, or maybe somebody there will know something. And anyway, it will be wonderful to get out of the house. It'll be wonderful to be again applying myself. It feels good to get up in the morning and have some place to go. It'll be nice to begin getting a paycheck again. It'll feel good to do all of that. In other words, pretty soft and simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just in that much effort, now you feel relief from that, don't you? So now pick up where you are there and keep talking.
It'll feel good to learn new things. I'm looking forward to meeting new people. I'm looking forward to learning more about what I like.
I'm proud of myself for getting out there and finding this.
Yeah.
And I never said that I was looking for my final job. I said, I'm just looking for something until I can figure out what I'm really wanting to do. And this certainly is a step in the right direction. I'm really glad that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And who knows what will come from it, but things often work out very well for me, and I can feel a fresh new infusion of life as a result of this. And I'm really glad that I'm doing this. And
Things often work very well for me. I like that.
yes. Now see, just with that little bit of effort, and what this does, it gives you a structure in which to make that effort. And so from now on, you're never again going to be forking in the direction of more resistance and not at least be aware that you're doing that. And so as things come up and you make that effort, you'll hear much more as we're moving forward here today, because there are endless tools with which you can close that gap. But closing the gap always feels like an improvement in the way you feel. Small or big, it always feels like an improvement. And something that is very difficult to try to achieve is to say, I'm starting life all over again in relationship to this and this and this and this and this. That's like Esther sitting with 5 different projects that she needs to do and letting them all bother her instead of just working on one and taking the pleasure from working on that. And so what you're wanting to do is just focus upon something that gives you a reason to feel better, you see. And as you take them one at a time and improve the way you feel, before you know it, you just feel good. Esther said as she was taking her walk the other day, I love feeling like this. I love feeling good. She said, I don't want to look like I feel good, because someone came up and said, you look like you're having a wonderful day. And Esther said, I am. And then as they walked away, Esther said, I don't want to look like I'm feeling good. I want to feel good. I want to really feel good. The smile doesn't matter. I want to feel good, you see. Yes. Good.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.